And good evening from Quincy High School. This is Quincy High Blue Devil Volleyball, Western Big Six style. And good evening, I'm Jeff Wellman. Welcome back, by the way, as we've had a little hiatus here and missed a few matches here. Devils come in 25-5, 11-0 in the conference. On the other side, Moline just hiding behind them at 8-3 in the conference. They are 11-11. Should be a great one tonight. And speaking of the great one, Coach Mike Llewellyn's with us as well, Mike, and it should be a lot of fun tonight. We got another match here, and we'll talk more about the Blue Devils after that.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's going to be a good matchup. Even though we took Moline at their place, this is for Quincy really to ice the conference. If they could get through this matchup, they could really ice the conference and make sure they leave the season undefeated here. Be a good game for them to come out and really play strong. And they've had some good competition this last couple of weeks we've been out. So, you know, I think they're up for the challenge and they're ready to play. And they've had some different lineup changes and stuff, so that's just only going to benefit them as they get ready to play this game, this big Western Big Six matchup against Moline.
And, of course, we're in the Woodmart Building Center pre-match show. We're going to talk more about that, and we're going to hear from Coach Llewellyn when we come back in the coach's comments. It's Quincy High Blue Devil Volleyball right here on MechaSportsCo.com.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th, Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
Ride the Baja Wave and refresh your senses with a blast of tropical lime flavor. Grab a Mountain Dew Baja Blast today. Do the dew.
Get a 6-pack of 24-ounce bottles right now at Walmart for only $5.67. Choose any Pepsi product. That's a 6-pack of 24-ounce bottles for only $5.67. Do the math. That's amazing savings.
And welcome back to Quincy High. Of course, we got the Woodmart Building Center pregame show, and always during this we have coaches' comments. Coach Brown, of course, has been coaching the JV team throughout the season, so we jump in on Coach Llewellyn and ask for some tips on tonight's contest. And, of course, as you mentioned there a minute, Coach, we went up to Wharton Fieldhouse. So much glad it's air-conditioned here because it was unbelievably hot up here. 25-15, 25-21, 2 sets, and we were out of there.
Yeah, and Quincy fought hard that game away. If you noticed, like in the first match, they kind of kept the lead going through. It was close throughout the game, and then they took the lead at the end and won. But that second set, Moline got their serves under control, started serving better. Our passing got a little off. We were down by 5 or 6 points going into that second set, and Quincy just like, not today, and came back and did some really good stuff offensively. It's the first time we saw Edie Campbell come in the game and get 2 kills straight right off the bench, and she's been on fire like that all season. So I'm expecting Quincy to mix some things up tonight for Moline. But one of the things Moline did when we were at Moline at Wharton was they were talking about how consistent they were with the big 3, and that's their libero, Zoe, and then the set of Maya to Tasha. And to be honest with you, Tasha was, when she got a hit, was unstoppable for Moline. So they've kind of got to get her into a rhythm tonight if Moline's going to have a chance to win this game.
And the coach's comments are brought to you by Kunis Auto of Quincy, faith, family, and giving back. And by the way, if you are tuning into the pre-match, brought to you by Woodmart Building Center, you'll find that the camera is not on, and it's just us. And, you know, it never fails. Of course, up in Moline, it was hot.
Yeah.
And we had just done some computer work, and we lost our ads. Tonight, we got our ads, but we lost our – for a radio guy, that's not bothering me one bit. So you're going to get a radio call out of volleyball tonight.
Yes.
Coach Llewellyn will try to paint the picture the best we
Yep.
can. Wow, and Natasha is on fire.
Yeah.
We'll be saying, boy, you should have saw that throughout the night as well. But we'll be back more of the Woodmart Building Center pre-match right after this on MechaSportsCo.com.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at Kunis Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
This match is brought to you by Mecca Sports Co. You can find us at meccasportsco.com, on YouTube at youtube.com/@meccasportsco, and on Facebook at facebook.com/meccasportsco. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any coverage of Blue Devil volleyball. Get the play-by-play and color call from Wellman and Llewellyn exclusively on Mecca Sports Co.
Dreaming of a new kitchen or bath that's as functional as it is beautiful? At Woodmart Building Center, we bring your vision to life. Choose from a wide variety of cabinetry finishes and styles to fit any space and budget. Our expert designers work with you every step of the way to create a space that's uniquely yours. From timeless classics to modern masterpieces, your dream kitchen or bath starts here. Visit Woodmart Building Center today. Find us at woodmartbuildingcenter.com or stop by our showroom at North 12th and Seminary Road, Quincy.
This match is brought to you by Mecca Sports Co. You can find us at meccasportsco.com, on YouTube at youtube.com/@meccasportsco, and on Facebook at facebook.com/meccasportsco. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any coverage of Blue Devil volleyball. Get the play-by-play and color call from Wellman and Llewellyn exclusively on Mecca Sports Co.
Mecca Sports Co. is proud to sponsor tonight's Player of the Game. Mecca Sports Co., your streaming platform for all...
And that was our national anthem here as we're getting ready for tonight's match. And we mentioned just briefly there that we'll talk about the postseason. Blue Devils did get a 4 seed, which was quite interesting, though, because they had the best record in that conference, or not their conference, but Edwardsville got the number 1. Belleville East got the number 2. O'Fallon was 14-11 at the time. They got the number 3.
Yeah, and I think it's just because we don't play down there, and they all know each other. So when they're starting to seed, they don't really know what Quincy can do until they go to the Belleville tournament and they don't play anybody there. Then their seeding is kind of messed up. So,
well, and I think there too, Coach, when you look at it, I think what they'd like to see is Belleville East, who's hosting it, one of them, they would rather face, if we were the number 3 seed or 2 seed, it'd be Belleville East and us in the second round. Instead, they want us to go ahead. Belleville West is going to be a good matchup, even though we beat them twice down there at the tournament. But then we're going to turn around and have to take Edwardsville. But, you got to play everybody or the best, so just go down and kick some tail.
Yeah, and, no matter what you do in Super Sectional, these girls they've played tough teams already. So playing an Edwardsville or something in the second round, they're all going to be good teams too down there. So you're going to be the best team. You got to play the best, and you got to be out there and ready to play.
Hey, we got starting lineups already. Coach, did you see what happened with Moline? And, of course, they're brought to you by Club 4 Volleyball. Hey, get out there. Of course, the 4 C's, character, commitment, confidence, and compete. That's Club 4 Volleyball.
Yeah, I missed one of the girls, but I have number 3, Brooke Morrissey. Number 3, number 4, Maya Johnson. Then I have Zoe Perez, the libero. Kaylin Hoffman, I think she's the middle hitter there. Tessa Bullock, number 14, playing it. And then Tasha Green Huffman, the middle from the other side. So I'm missing one of the girls, and they're lined up over there. It is Mulaney Williams. It will be the other one starting for the Moline. And Zoe Perez is the libero.
And, of course, the head coach for the Maroons, Jenna Laxton. And so she'll be heading it up. Of course, our head coach, Kate Brown. And our starters, and Coach, you had mentioned, we've been changing them up a little bit here. And so from game to game or week to week, you got to double check yourself.
Yeah, you always do. You don't know what Quincy's going to come out with.
And, of course, after, again, watching or listening to us tonight, it looks like a radio only. But the nice thing is there's a scoreboard. So unlike with basketball, I call the score off all the time. Pet peeve that those who don't. And so, and, of course, Maroons are in there. They're in their maroon and gray.
Yeah, it's kind of a
with their
gradient color.
Yes, and then, of course, the libero or there is in white.
Yes.
Our side, of course, the Blue Devils, we're in our dark black with blue
numbers
and white numbers, looking good. And the starters for us, of course, on the Blue Devil side, Lena Bunny, Elena Moore, Leah Knudsen. Damon will be starting, Alyssa Farlow, and Maddie Markwart. Also, don't forget, Madison Luce.
Yeah.
Yes, kind of hard to forget her, number 1 in the kills and blocks for the season.
Yeah, but there's some girls catching up that got some more playing time. They're catching up, not only percentage-wise, but at the end of the season here, they've been hitting some good quality percentages. So, early the season, Maddie had a lot of good kills, so that's how she got the percentages up there. But now they're like relying on, faking out with setting up the middle, but then going to the outside of the right opposite. So,
Coach, this is going to be interesting. I've gotten so used to being multitasking, running the camera and doing the conversation. It's going to be fun just to do the call.
Yeah, going back to your days of radio.
You got it, and I love them.
There you go.
I got the face for radio too, folks.
And for you listening, hey, flash back to back of the radio times and just kind of imagine a Blue Devil volleyball court if you've been here at the QHS gym with the big Blue Devil head and the court being there. And we got all of our fans are on the other side, and we got a good set of fans here to our left. So we got a pretty good crowd here tonight.
Well, even have some fans that are, decent fans to our left.
Yeah, some, yeah.
And here we go. We are ready to start off. Moline's going to serve first.
Yep.
And I got to double check my scoring there because
Brooke
last
Morrissey.
time, there you go, the sophomore.
Yes.
We're ready to go, folks. Glad you're with us tonight. Western Big Six action. Checking the officials.
Yeah,
of course, they did the earlier ones. I think the freshmen won 2 sets, and then the JV,
Yes.
you had the scores there, didn't you?
Freshman won 25-19, 25-20, and the JV won 25-23, 25-20. So 2 wins on the lower levels for the Blue Devils tonight.
Be nice to see a sweep. I'm checking the official down there on the line, make sure his feet aren't on the line. He just backed up. And here's the first serve, received by Alyssa Farlow. Set up. Oh, big hit by Luce.
And that's going to be the setup for Quincy tonight. Can they keep their pass consistent? That was a great job by getting a pass there. Good set. Right to Maddie Luce, the overall percentage killed.
Kennedy Gieselman comes in. Farlow checks out, so Gieselman will be back to serve. And Kennedy with the big serve to the back row. Here comes Moline, set to the left side. Big hit down the left side. And that was Kaylin Hoffman with that big hit.
A lot better start here since we went to Wharton for the Moline Maroons.
And they seem to have some service errors up there. And like you said, the big hits. And when Latasha hit it, it always seemed to be the left side.
Yes, so.
Here's the serve by Zoe Perez, the junior. Set it up. Big hit, but a big block up front.
Yep, went back to Madison Luce. Moline was ready. They had 2 blockers right there for her. And that could be kind of a way to start the game for Quincy, to get Maddie involved and then stray away from her, and then they'll kind of be caught in the middle.
And remember, we had a couple matches where Bunty and Voss were not in the play, and we played some different people at them. Set to the left side, Markwart, tipped by the Maroons. In the back row, set to the left side. Here's Huffman. This time she's long, side out, over to the Blue Devils. And I'm so glad, back in the day of radio, you had to hear me call the score. We still have the scoreboard on the board. So
there
that's kind of nice. And we've got our ads. Make sure you thank all those sponsors, by the way.
And that was another thing Moline has to do, keep their ball in. I mean, that was a good swing by Huffman.
Now Leah Knutson with the serve. Over to the back. Set up to that same left side. Tips and runs the net and drops down. Milena Williams gets the score.
Just imagine that little ball rolling her right down the top of the tape and then falls off. That was a nice soft hit that just aggression works.
And we had the block set there, but what happens when it rolls down another 8 feet the other way? Nobody was there.
Nope. They were playing back on defense for that cut. So,
2-2, actually 3-2. Moline serving. Received by Markwart. Up to the front. Damon with and right down, straight down was Bunny.
Hit it just a little out, but she slammed it like within 3 feet of the net. I'm telling you, went straight down.
That's how surprised we missed the line, because that ball was, we talked about that 45 when she gets up as high as she does.
She was way higher than anybody else.
Great job there by Knutson. It's going to be a free ball for Moline. Moline up to the front. They're going to go right this time. Latasha. Good job by Markwart on the dink. To Elena Moore. Elena Moore with a good one. Received on that side by Sibley. And another big swing. Double block up front. We had Bunty and Markwart, but the tip falls right behind. We don't have anybody there.
No, and looks like Moline, they're getting some of their timing down. Mount Maya talked about that last game, and this is where they thought they could do some damage if they got their timing down with their hitters.
Right. We know. And one of our youngsters just reminded us that there's no video. I hated to kind of say I know, but we know. There's no video. It's good to know somebody's been looking for us here.
That's good.
Moline serving 6-2. And number 6 is serving there, Sydney Sibley. To the right side, Moore. Just outside. She couldn't even get it over. It had to hit the antenna. And as we know, that's out of bounds. We had a long discussion about that one night where if the line's in, why isn't the antenna? Well, the antenna's supposed to be on the
outside of the line, so it goes out of bounds. And the ball has to stay within that area.
Good job by Gieselman. Sorry about that, Coach.
No, you're good.
Moore.
Hey, she got one of those little rollers off the block and just rolled kind of down the net and dropped. So, hey, it goes both ways here. I think that goes to just being aggressive at the net and see what happens. Because if you're tooling and trying to get that, and tooling is where they spike her, hits it off the hands of the blocker to get a point. So
you had that top-spin, too, so it just catches and rolls. Here's Maddie Hamby. She's in. Madeline, good job to the back. Moline will set to the left side. Latasha. Hamby's there on this one, but the problem is too close to the net. Great job by Knutson flying up to keep it alive, but then she scooted across. You know, you can step on the line, right, but you just can't cross over.
You can be on the line, but you can't be over the line. And she rolled completely over. But she came from the middle back to go get that ball all the way to the right side of her court underneath by the antenna. So, great hustle.
Moline with a serve, and a nice serve off the left side. Oh, Marquardt could not get that one at all. The ace goes to number 4, Maya Johnson. And with that, Coach wants to talk about it, being down 9-3. We'll take a break. Back with more volleyball. That's Quincy High Volleyball on megasportsco.com.
Get a 6-pack of 24-ounce bottles right now at Walmart for only $5.67. Choose any Pepsi product. That's a 6-pack of 24-ounce bottles for only $5.67. Do the math. That's amazing savings.
And back here at Quincy High, I love it. 25 seconds still on the clock for the timeout, and they go, we're ready, let's go.
Yeah, Molines don't want to break. They're in a rhythm right now.
And they continue with that ace.
Yeah, I'll tell you, they're doing exactly the opposite that they did not do at Wharton when we played them. They're getting their serves in, they're getting aggressive serves in, and their timing and pace is right on.
And
well, I just said that, and they served it out.
Maya Johnson wide left in front of the bench. And we've got substitutions. Alyssa Farlow in, also Avery Lubeck. Checking out is Marquardt and Gieselman. Lubeck will go back to serve. Lubeck's been doing a heck of a job, too, as the season has gone. She's really raised up on service, receives, and digs.
Yes, and that's kind of her role on the team. The coach has kind of mixed up Farlow and Marquardt.
You know, I've never really thought our ceiling is that super high, but it's not a lot of things in the way. At that time, the beam caught just enough, and it was Moline was out of place.
I think that's why it's so open, but the beams are there, and, yeah, that hit the beam and came right down for a point for the Blue Devils.
Long on this serve by Lubeck. Of course, up there at Wharton, you got to hit it really hard to get up and hit that ceiling.
Oh, yeah, because it's down that hole.
Quite the place. Indeed it is. What is it, the third largest in Illinois maybe, and seventh in the country, I believe?
Yeah.
Here's the serve for Moline. Number 5, Mulaney Williams. And Jada Brown, who just checked in. Wow, that's the way to check in with an exclamation point.
And we had talked about that earlier, that Jada's getting a little bit more time too. So Coach is mixing it up a little bit here, you know, as the girls go in there.
And Jada has been ready because she spent a couple games not in.
Yes.
Of course, tournament time you're going to be in because you're playing 5 of those tournaments, of course, down at Belleville.
Yep.
Moline goes to the right side. Oh, and it's just off timing, and there's no way for Latasha Green Huffman to get to that one.
Yeah, Tasha is playing the right side a lot more tonight than she did when we played them before. And we picked on her a lot in serve receive, so we're not going after her as much.
Bundy serving for the Devils. 7 serving 11. They go back to Green. This time she goes big and right down to the deep corner. Cross court.
That ball came down a lot. I'm talking like 3 feet from when she hit it. That thing dropped right down into the court. And she didn't have too much real estate after she hit that. That ball was really close to the line.
I'll tell you, that's about as far as you could have got that thing in there.
Exactly.
And she's serving right now. Latasha Green Huffman, the junior. Lubeck receives. Hamby sets. Good job there by Luce. Oh, and Luce and Brown were both there with the block, but saved on by the Maroons. Hamby keeps it alive. Brown still good. Big swing.
A little behind her head. Just out. Good swing by Jada. Just didn't get enough on the top of it to get the ball down.
And like we've talked about, Coach, we'd rather see him going aggressive like that.
Yeah.
Huffman, not to be confused with Huffman. Here's what she did earlier. Long on that one. Side out. Goes over to the Blue Devils.
So we have a couple of balls served out from Moline the last 2 serves. The difference is they're getting a point and then serving out. Before they were serving out last time we played them. So Blue Devils need to get some rhythm here, get some momentum. They're down by 5. So they can pick it up here. They're still in a situation where they can come back and get it.
Hamby and Brown went out. Coming in is Kristen Damon, who is serving. Also, I believe Moore just came back in, Elena, excuse me. Setting up to the middle. No, to the right side. Moore. Oh, big hit through the double block.
Right under the arm of number 12 for Moline, Kaylin Hoffman. So she goes, we got a substitution coming in as well. But Moore just took that ball and found a hole, put it in it.
You know, I think we were up there Do I remember a 19 coming in? I do not, and so I'm going to go down to the other levels to see if that 19 is on the board.
I have a Gabriella Skaggs.
Ah, you got the one sheet. That's
Yeah.
right. Excellent. Here's the Devils from the left side.
Oh.
Set too far out, and it's going
Yes.
to be the Blue Devils with the point.
And that's how Quincy climbed back in this before at Wharton was Moline started having some trouble with their pace and tempo coming back in and getting some off bad sets, so that could help Quincy.
Damon serving. Down 3 here for the Blue Devils early in the first set. Big hit there, but Lubeck was there. Oh, and a good sneaking over. Loose was with the left hand.
Hey, Lubeck tried to get it to the setter just a little tight, and then Luce knew what to do playing in that middle roll. Just tipped it right over and got it in the hole.
Coach, you might be familiar with this name. We played, I think it was against Modern Day. Might have been the next game, Nenninger. She's a setter. I'll get to it in a second here. Damon gets one in from the back row. No, Devils are going to get that one. And like a setter, she tries the quick one, but she is tall enough and strong enough, she spikes with the left hand.
Yes.
And it was pretty impressive stuff.
We know. Well, that's the thing why, like a lot of elite players, they get tall setters, so they have that opportunity to put a quick one down, get the height.
Moline tips over. Damon and Knudsen were there. Off the left side, Farlow. Farlow, I don't think that got over.
No. Farlow's liking that push. She has a nice push shot. So when in doubt, she goes to that push shot a lot.
Substitution on the other side for Moline. Brooke Morrissey, sophomore, number 3. Up there I wore a maroon shirt. Of course, it was hot at Wharton. The next week I wore it again because we played so well. And the girls I said, hey, you look so good up there in the Maroons.
That's right.
I wore it again.
Yeah, there you go.
Tonight I wore the Devils
Good luck.
blue.
Got my little Hawaiian shirt. I got to wear this shirt. That was just too much.
Just at the net where Damon wasn't sure.
Yeah, she tried to get it up and out, but it just fell too short. Didn't get high enough to the net, and then Farlow was left with nothing else to do.
Morrissey to serve again for the Maroons. Devils ready to receive. Works that line. Farlow was there to Damon, all the way across to Moore. Moore, big hit. Good block there, and a good save by Luce. Here it comes again. Damon tried to sneak one in. Damon again. Luce the hit. Goes down. Good save on the other side. That was Johnson. Knudsen keeps this one alive. To the right side. Farlow, big hit.
Yeah,
and
big
a
block.
block.
Hoffman did playing that block. Doing a great job.
And when she's on the outside of that double team, she's angled in, so she's not blocking that out. It's coming right back in the court.
Yeah, running a 6-2. Remember that Moline runs that middle play where Hoffman can hit anywhere, so can Tasha.
Farlow gets it, trying to get it over was Damon. Knudsen now, another set. Big hit, but
big
again,
block.
2 in a row for Huffman.
That's giving Moline back their lead.
Moline leads 17-12. We'll take a quick break. Back with Quincy High Blue Devil Volleyball on mechasportsco.com.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at QHS Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
And welcome back to Quincy High after the timeout. Jeff Wellman, Mike Llewellyn here. The faces for radio, and yes, radio throwback night tonight.
Yeah.
Sorry you don't have that video. And for the young man who came over, thank you for coming over and telling us. We were aware of that. It was for some reason, the equipment just doesn't absorb something when you go ahead and put new ads in and stuff. Technical stuff, folks. Here we go. Moline leads 17-12. They serve. Cross to the left. Moore with a big swing. Good block and good save by Moline on the free ball. Devils up front. Luce almost got it in. Moline again. There's Damon. Oh, and a great job there. A hustle there by Knudsen, but more importantly, Lubeck kept it alive. Damon to Lubeck to the left side. Moore sends it down the line. Moline has to set. Big set across court. Oh, and a great dig there. And another good play off the court by Farlow. I thought I heard a whistle, but why was there a whistle? I think the official made a mistake, and now he's walking over to say, I made a mistake. You know what they'll do?
Well,
You know what they're going to do, don't you? They're going to do the Fonzie.
Yeah, but I wasn't sure as long as
because the ball crossed the net.
they're saying the ball crossed on the other side, and when she addressed it, it was out.
And here I expected that the Fonzie look. That's the double thumb saying replay.
But that was
great play by the Devils.
That was a great hustle.
Wow, and that time
Yeah.
loose. The runner on the net runs all the way out, doesn't get over. Point by the Maroons.
Quincy just looked just a tad off tonight. Some of their adjustments, some of the tempo is just not there, like making these adjustments. And Moline's taking advantage of that.
Moline serving, up 19-12, out on this one. Good job there. Farlow was right there. She let the ball go. Coming in now is Marquardt and Gieselman. Farlow and Lubeck will check out. Staying in, Damon, Knutson, Luce, and Moore.
And I tell you, Quincy's fighting, though, ladies and gentlemen. The hustle they have is just out of this world. It's really been good.
Gieselman with a nice serve. Good receive on the other side. From the back row, a tip up front, but the Devils have it. Marquardt from the left side. Oh, he sneaks one in, but a great dig on the far side by Womack.
Yep. Just a little bit of off speed for Hoffman. Looking to be a big kill, but dropped below the net. She drives it right into the net with a soft touch. She just mishit it.
Yeah, Jillian Womack made a great dig pancake on that far side.
Yes, she did.
Gieselman then, after we get the point, goes long.
Yeah, Quincy's having the problem with serving tonight. Like, they've had 4 or 5 balls go out of bounds off the serve. And, that gives them 5 points, and they're just down by 6. So
Zoe Perez will serve. She's wearing the white jersey, number 11. Devils receive, bring it right side. Moore with a good job, and enough to tip that Natasha couldn't get it in the back row.
Yep, she's getting pretty high.
And, thinking of that, the last week or so, we've watched Moore move up to number 2 in kills. We're still missing about 4 games on the stats, unlike the Maroons where we only have like 9 matches for the whole year. But she's moved up with even with Bunty.
Yes, so she's doing a good job on that right side. There's another out of bounds. So Quincy's struggling a little bit on the service line, allowing Moline to get a decent lead here. They've got to start straightening that up, get their serving percentage back into those 80s and 90% serving.
Sydney Sibley, she checks in. She will serve for the Maroons. Oh, that net, but there it is. Gieselman with a great job. And there's the good job on the left side. Bunty hit the block and went straight down.
Yeah, I think Bunty just hammered that ball right between them, got it down because she hit it straight down and it went right in the front of everybody.
Moore and Damon come out. In Madeline Hamby, who will serve, and Jada Brown will join that front row of Bunty and Marquardt. In between Gieselman and Knutson.
And this year, Bunty's had a lot of success on that outside.
Good job by Hamby getting in play. Left side. Big swing, big hit.
So Tasha Green-Huffman says, I can do it too, and drives the ball right down in front of our block.
And it goes right there and goes down and side out, 22-16. The Maroons lead. Substitution again.
Yeah.
Jillian Womack checking in and dropping back to serve. Number 4, Maya Johnson. Johnson serves. Knutson receives. Hamby sets. Right side Marquardt. Oh, and Marquardt, the soft touch.
Great hustle there by Zoe Perez to get there, but just enough to get the ball, soft touch to get the ball down and get a point.
And, of course, their deep player back there couldn't get to it, so it was that perfect zone.
Yep, right in the hole on the right side there, right over the top of the block.
Lubeck checks in. Avery will serve. We're down 5, 17-22. Moline will come left side. Almost looked like it was going to be a little outside the net or antenna, but a good job. Oh, and a great job. Hamby saw the spot.
Yep. They spread it out looking for the big hit because we have been killing it, so she took advantage of a perfect pass to tip that ball in the hole.
I see Farlow's got her right leg wrapped in the middle of the thigh, like maybe a little muscle pull.
Looks like it, yep.
Lubeck with a good serve. Moline trying to go to Latasha. It is tipped. Brown got it afterwards, but it went long. Tipped at the line. Brown got over to the side, but then once it hits, of course, it heads out. Back over the other side, 23-18. To say we need a side out is definitely an understatement here. Number 19, Gabriella Skaggs. My number 19. I got her in my program. They didn't even have her in the program up there for varsity.
Oh.
And good job by the Devils just standing there waiting for Melina Williams to serve it into the net.
And during the season, sometimes girls step up. So in the JV area, they get moved up. So that could be the reason.
I think we might have had her actually make it up there at Moline as well, because I think I asked that same question, and you had the answer again. Latasha, long this time. Not far from long
Just
either.
barely. She went for that corner again, and she's hitting a lot more tonight off of the right side. She's pulling her back like she just pulled something. She's stretching it out, so maybe that's
loose for the serve for the Devils. Oh, they bring it over.
Oh,
it was too close to the net. Farlow
just jumps up, says, leg wrap or not, I'm up there.
Moline wants a timeout. We'll take a quick one, too. This is a great one in this one, as it's the Blue Devils down by 2, 21-23, Devil Volleyball here on mechasportsco.com.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th, Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every.
And back. Sorry about that. I ran a little bit of the Jeff Kahn volleyball or golf outing. Here we go. Back to action. Devils were serving. Down 21-23. Left side Farlow. Farlow has it blocked, but Latasha knocks it out of bounds.
Yeah, Tasha had her hand just at a different angle, hit that angle, and pushed it right out of bounds. Puts the Devils within one. I'll tell you what, Devils don't stop fighting. That's one good thing in this season. They don't stop fighting.
Bunny to serve. Had a chance to talk to her mom, Stephanie, before. A free one for the Devils. Good job there to save that one. That was Bunty. Farlow cross court.
Here we go, Tasha again.
Big hit, but it came straight back down. But then Tasha, after it came down, it was a great save by Skaggs.
Yes.
Up to Latasha. She was just going to hit it over, but hit it right into the net.
Yes. I still think when she held her back off that last hit, she's got some back issues. I don't know. She was holding her back like she's twitched something. So, and she's had struggles here the last couple of times hitting.
And they go right back to her.
Yeah.
And had no trouble on that one.
She's not troubled right now. That was a good kill.
Oh, Devils could have got that one. You'd like to have been up one here. Now we're going to have to play.
Yeah, got to fight back for this point because you can't let them have it.
Bunty goes out. Front row, of course, Luce, Brown, and Farlow.
Oh, they're taking
Hamby,
Tasha
Knudsen,
out.
And Lubeck. And it might be
Alex Stacks is coming in. Alexis Stacks. Stack coming in to serve for Tasha, which was usually Tasha serves. So maybe they're trying to rest her, so she just plays front row now.
Moline for the set. The first set, that is. Hamby sets out here. Brown, cross court. She kind of backed off, which is okay because you got to be careful.
Oh, but she says, I got it. Jumps up high. Brown and
Luce
were there, but Brown got her hands on it. Those basketball skills, rebounding and dunking it.
We'll be talking about that within the month.
Yes.
Brown goes out. So does, I believe, Hamby. Checking in. Kristen Damon, she'll be serving. Moore comes back in for that front row. Tied at 24. And that was a great
I'll tell you what, you can't have a better server right now for Quincy Blue Devils. She's one of the top scorers for the Blue Devils on serving, and percentage-wise stays within it, and very aggressive.
Hamby has 266 assists. Damon has 225. We were talking about serving there, too, so I was looking at the assist there. Up one. Nice block. Oh, got the net or went over?
Yeah, so the net violation must have occurred before it hit the antenna because it looked like it, but after her block, it hit the antenna. And that's why Luce was kind of giving a face of, oh, no, I accidentally hit the antenna. But it looks like the net violation was called before the antenna. So good job. Quincy fights back.
That was the good luck of all that. Of course, it's 26-24 for the victory in the first set. I believe we were down by 6 at one point.
Yes.
And was it even 23?
Yes, it was 23-18. We had 5 points, and the Quincy fights back and takes it. What a team, ladies and gentlemen. What a team.
Hey, time for a break then after the first set. Devils win the first one, 26-24. Back with the second one, Quincy High Blue Devil Volleyball, right here on MechaSportsCo.com.
This season on Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
Yes, college football is back.
Our lives finally have meaning again.
After a really long offseason.
Look, our QB's on the draft slide.
Whoa! Oh, he's going. To where? Not where he expected.
Everything will be questioned.
What is this place?
Don't they know it's Saturday?
Everything.
College football is changing.
The Dr. Pepper flavors, too.
It's all connected.
Fansville Season 8.
I don't think I've ever seen someone slide so far.
College football, it's a Pepper thing.
This match is brought to you by Mecha Sports Co. You can find us at mechasportsco.com, on YouTube at youtube.com/@mechasportsco, and on Facebook at facebook.com/mechasportsco. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any coverage of Blue Devil Volleyball. Get the play-by-play and color call from Wellman and Llewellyn exclusively on Mecha Sports Co.
And welcome back here. Hopefully you don't mind that flipping through, because when you have to go to the computer directly, I'm not smart enough to figure out how to make things work. Anyway, let me get our score lined up here. We just won 26-24. With that in mind, get us back to some zeros here. Club volleyball, 4 volleyball. Coach, what's been happening the last couple weeks?
Well, I'll tell you what, we're getting ready for our youth. That means U9 through U14, and we've been having some open gyms. Some girls have been coming. We run some drills there, run them through a series of things. And for the open gyms, like $20 a gym, you can come out and get your girl ready to go. And then we'll have tryouts right before the weekend of Halloween. That whole week we have different times for different levels to come try out to take a bid for the club for a team. So sometimes we go boost is the elite teams, and then select is the next team below, and then we either go white or blue or black for another team. If we got enough girls, we'll put teams together. So it's just a fun time. More of the developmental girls, if they play on Club 4, we do 4 tournaments, but it's one-day tournaments. So we're trying to develop them into the game and understand how the game goes, because a lot of girls can practice the skill, but to understand how you move around in the game takes a lot. So.
And it sounded like Joe Pesci is one of your coaches there. I thought you heard you say the Utes.
Yeah, the Utes.
I'm sorry. I probably heard it that way, and I couldn't resist.
No, hey. I don't mind Joe Pesci.
Yeah, there he is. Mike Llewellyn, Jeff Wellman on this Tuesday night. Had to double-check that. Then we would have had some last week, folks. After Belleville, yours truly found himself with a little stoned, kidney stones. Hey, we're ready to start the second match. Of course, we're going to give you the starting lineups here in a second. Brought to you by Club 4 Volleyball. First play right there. Good block by the Devils, but out of play.
Yeah, Kaylin Hoffman is she's still firing. They know she has an opportunity to get that hit. But I'll tell you what, Moore was right there with the block. It just pushed out of bounds.
Brooke Morrissey checks in for Moline. And, of course, our starters out here. Luce Farlow, Markwart. Just forgot somebody over there. Knutson, Damon, and more. That is brought to you by Club 4 Volleyball. Good block out here on the other side by Hoffman. Devils have it on their side. And just getting it across. Wasn't even a dink.
You talk about that finesse shot. Just a little bump pass slightly over the net, not over the deep like we usually tell them to go deep. But sometimes that tricks them. No one's there to play it because it's so soft. And I have to give Leah Knutson again another night of just being on fire. She was right at the net to pick that block up.
Serving Kennedy Gieselman, who just checked in for the Devils. Big hit, and it's out. Devils get the score on that one.
Yeah.
I had talked to Damon. Of course, she was the tournament MVP for the Devils down there. And, of course, I told her, I said, I love it. Every picture I see you've got your head tilt.
Yeah.
It's that. And so
she does, doesn't she?
She smiled and chuckled. I said, I'm giving you that as a compliment.
Yes.
But she's got her look. She automatically does that
photo look, got to get that model, get the best side.
Gieselman with the Devils up 2-1. Moline to the back row, and a big hit from the back row, and that is Green Huffman.
And she didn't really have to hit that hard. She just had to hit it to the back corner where there was no defense. So did a great job. Tasha Green Huffman did a great job there, number 16, placing that ball from the back row to the left corner.
Zoe Perez now for Moline. It's 2-2 on our match here. Second set, Devils won the first one. Here's the set across court. Marquardt, a big hit. Perez was there, but then it hit the basketball upright that's kind of off the court. So
And
I guess you're not supposed to hit
It's
there.
considered the ceiling. Anything attached to the ceiling is considered ceiling.
And
But
if it
you
stays
can play
on your
it
side.
off. Yeah, if it stays on your side, you can play it. So, but just kind of hit that pole, just dropped it down right in front of him.
The seventh player out there.
Yes.
Knudsen with the serve. Moline goes to the right side. Hoffman, a big hit. Speaking of going through everything, and over the scoring table.
Yeah, just right over the score table. Nice play.
Now, you could run over there and play that if you could get there.
Yeah.
But you got to get it back in play.
Plus, you got to go through some people that are sitting behind the scoreboard to get it.
At the top-notch seating, is it?
Yeah, I
high
think
price?
that's, yeah.
Moline to serve. Joe Davis out there now, the junior. I think first time I've mentioned her. And a good job. Oh, that was Damon. Almost got that one in play. Here's the big swing by Latasha, and she's long again.
Yep.
But she's got the big swing.
Yeah, she's their big swinger right now. But, you know, you got Hoffman, Kaylin Hoffman in there, and I believe Mulaney Williams, she had that other shot. They've got some hitters when they go to them. They just got to remember to stay with the rhythm and stay in the game.
Damon and Moore go out. Madeline Hamby checks in, and she is serving for the Devils, up 4-3. Moline sets to the left side. Latasha. Big hit, but a bigger dig. That was Knudsen.
Oh, look at that. Just deep.
Great job by Knudsen on the dig. Came over, and who had it over? Brown?
Yeah, Brown tipped it, but I think Maddie played another one-armer to get a ball up. And Jada had the hole, just pushed it a little too far, so it just went right out of bounds about 6 inches there.
Jillian Womack comes back in as Maya Johnson serves for the Maroons. Hamby sets at the beginning. Bunty, big swing. A save, but Brown is there when it comes over and sneaks it over before the defense can come up
It just
and block.
puts it right down on the left line, right in front of the 10-foot line there, ladies and gentlemen. So that was a great job by Jada avoiding everything and pushing it to the left to get the point.
Marquardt and Giesem will come out as Farlow and Lubeck check in. Avery will go back to the wall right in front of the mat with the Blue Devil on it, as we describe these more than usual tonight. Lubeck comes up to the serve. Works the right side. Good job on the far side. That was Perez. Puts it in play. The lefty. Oh, that one got hit and blocked. I didn't know if it got over, but it must have. And then the good block up front, and it stayed in
Farlow
play.
thought it went over her head, was going to go out. She ducked, and it landed right on the line.
I wasn't sure myself from over here.
No, but look.
Where was that we had that? Was it the Hannibal that had the lines way down the court that we couldn't pick up?
Or when the image was, you had several lines in the back line. We didn't know which one the back line was.
It's the back one. Here we go, Maroons, number 5. Serving out here, that's Melanie Williams. And Devils try to put it out there, and right there was Latasha knocking it down, and Knudsen came up to try to save, and she gave a kick right into Latasha.
Yeah, but Tasha was way over, probably 6 inches over the net and over the net to block, and that was just a beautiful textbook block from Tasha.
Williams for Moline. Hamby to set. Oh, and a good big swing. Bunty couldn't get it there.
Oh.
And it sits at the net, and it didn't get over, but Skaggs was there also to touch it.
Yeah, they were all – Quincy was just fighting to get the ball somewhere to play something offensively. Just couldn't do it. It was just like a bumbling there on the bottom, right in front of the net. So, difficult play.
Williams to serve again for the Maroons, who lead 7-5. Deep to Lubeck. She got it up, but got it too far off the court. Hamby and Knudsen tried to get to it.
Yeah, very aggressive serving here by Moline, pushing this line.
Now we had a call. That was kind of nice. The assistant came down to Kate and said, hey, I think we've gotten, I think what it is.
Oh, she's
we've
bleeding or something?
Yeah, a nail or something by Farlow. So coming in will be Gwen Zwick. Gwen came in at key point. I can't remember which match it was that we last did, and had a couple key moments. Key point,
just
key
like
moments.
that. They passed it to her right away.
Zwick gets it over, but out of play.
And Zwick's not a bad, put in there. She's a senior. She's played plenty of club. She's played plenty of games. So she knows what to do when she's out there. So it's it's not like they've losing something when they put her in.
Williams serving, up 9-5 for the Maroons. Knutson does a good job, but into the net. You know, you get that hard ball to get and service receive.
Yep.
And then when it gets up near the net, you're just at the mercy.
Yeah, and the setters learn how to play out of that, but it's a nightmare every time because you don't know what the ball's going to do to respond out of that net when it gets into the net.
Hey, you know, we talked postseason, not to get ahead of ourselves, because this week the Devils will be on Thursday at Alleman. Next Monday, travel over to the Pit and take on QND, which they did face in their tournament last weekend. That was interesting, too, that the number 2 teams in both pools went on, Hannibal and Hartsburg-Emden, for the championship, and Hartsburg-Emden ended up winning in that one. But we did face a lot of those different teams, including Notre Dame in the in the last match there, and that'll be on Monday. And then
that was a 3-set match, too.
Yes,
so.
And then Tuesday, it'll be back over here for senior night, East Moline.
Yes.
And then postseason, I picked up the postseason to talk about it, but I wanted to wrap up the schedule first. Devils are down 5 with a timeout. So out of the timeout, Williams still back there serving for the Maroons. My old partner, I sat by this guy a lot of times during John Wood basketball. For those who know, then you know. We don't even need to say it. Devils,
great play
job
there. Bunty digging that ball up.
And got it in play. Good tip. Lubeck then has it for Hamby to the front. Brown, the big swing. That was trying to sneak it over there.
Yep.
That was Johnson, but the Devils got it back.
Zwick just about 3 feet out. She hits the ball across the court where there was a hole, but just couldn't get the ball to get down enough. So Moline's taking this lead like they did in the first game, so Quincy's got to figure out how to run that offense, get these points back.
And Williams has not made a mistake. You know, we've had mistakes on both sides after winning a point of hitting into the net. And this time she serves an ace. Zwick couldn't get it.
She's having a night because the score was, I think Quincy was up. That was like 6-5, and now with Williams serving, they're up 12-5.
It's been a run here. Of course, the Devils came back down 5 or 6 in the first set to win the one 26-24. Lubeck receives. Hamby sets. Zwick comes across court and just enough outside
that
the
time,
reach.
she just adjusts a little slow roller deep in the corner, and they had to run to it because they're defensively, Moline's pushing to around that half circle around. They leave that corner open. So.
And that's where Williams was after serving so well.
Yes.
She couldn't get to that one. Lena Bunty, the serve. All the way back. Nice job there by Zoe Perez, but it hit the basket and came down.
Yeah. Bunty's starting to serve now. I mean, she hadn't served most of the beginning of the season, and now she's in there doing a great job serving that ball.
Bunty serving. Right in front here is Lubeck and Hamby. In the front row, Brown, Luce, and Zwick for the Devils. Latasha, big swing. And, if you know Lena Bunty, picture that on the other side with that kill there.
Yes. And they're doing a lot of adjustments here, Moline, because Tasha had a struggle on the outside with us last time. Now she's hitting off of that right side probably 80% of the time. I haven't seen her on the outside yet hitting tonight. So 100% of the time she's on the right side hitting that right side shot.
And we talked about it at Wharton. It was the left side.
Yes.
13-7, Moline with the serve. Lubeck receives. It was stacked with the serve. Big hit at there, and that's Luce with another kill.
It looked like a touch, but then it hit the net and slowed it down enough to fall in.
Moore will come back in, as well as Damon for the Blue Devils. Jada Brown and Hamby will check out the basketball duo.
There you go.
In fact, actually, basketball started at the junior college level. Jeff Moore, the last 2 weeks, had games down at Bossier Parish down in Louisiana. We'll tell you a little about that for those who remember Jeff Moore. Left side, Huffman. Big swing and doesn't get it. And she was really strong in that first set, especially on her blocks.
Yeah, it looks like she struggles a little bit because she was off of the net a while. So when she's off the net, I think she tries to place the ball, and she just let that ball drop a little low, hit it right in the net.
Damon serving, 9 serving 13. Oh, good serve there, but a great job on the other side for Moline. The lefty. Wow, and there was a big swing from the left.
Quincy in the net.
Way over here, I thought, on this side.
No, I think it was Gwen.
Okay.
She was trying to.
And we had discussed that during the season.
Or whoever was on that outside, I think they touched the net.
Because like we mentioned, a lot of times, especially men and other places, it's really immaterial if you bump the net as long as it doesn't make an impact on the play.
Yeah.
This is IHSA, though. You got to play high school volleyball. Moline with Lubeck receiving to Damon. And the big hit, loose wall.
Loose wants his game. She don't want to go a third. You could tell on her face the way she ripped that ball, and she looks really like, I've got this. Let's go. Let's control this game.
She looked really loose on that play.
Yeah, she just, yeah. She looks loose on a lot of balls because she's ripped some.
10 serving 14, Gieselman with the serve. Devils getting ready. Off the left block. Good block by Luce. Oh! Wow, I got to question that. It was a great block by Luce, but it went over and it went out of bounds.
And the back row middle chased the ball and said it was out, but the judge called it in, landed on the line. So, again, if it hits any part of the line, even if it's a quarter inch of that line,
right,
and they think it hit, it's in.
When it hits, it flattens out, too.
Yes, so when a ball bounces, it does flatten out. You're right.
Great job by Damon saving on that one. But there's Huffman when it came back over.
Yes. And Maddie almost had a great job of getting back up there to block the overpass, but just couldn't get in there and get her hands through.
Substitution. Williams comes back in. Is dropping back is Zoe Perez serving for the Maroons. Up by 4. Knutson receives. Damon sets the big one up front. Wow, and it got loose hanging in the air, mistimed.
Yes.
And after she tipped it, it was nothing but right back at her.
Yeah, the timing was way off on that for some reason. I don't.
And Kristen knew that right away. She looked like I set that one a little too high, maybe.
Yep, she looked like she was like, yep.
Knutson receives.
Another chance.
Damon.
Did she look loose on that one? I think she did, ladies and gentlemen. She smashed that ball.
I think ho, ho, ho for both of us is not Christmas.
Yeah.
But that was a Christmas, though. That was a present as Luce with the kill.
They weren't returning that one. She put it right down the right side, but I'd put a dent in the floor.
That will just go on the same way, Coach. I love it. Knutson serving for the Devils. Goes deep. Right side, Huffman. Huffman, double block.
Yeah.
And the problem is when she came up late like that, the double block, nobody was behind her.
Now, Huffman's facial expressions right now look like she's just frustrated with herself. So she gets back in it. Usually they'll feed her. She's going to get back in it, but she just looks a little down right now.
Perez was serving out there as Knutson serves. It to Huffman. She had to take it. Will come to the left side. Williams, it hit the net. I'm looking for a call. He doesn't make the call. I thought it hit the net, went right out of bounds.
So that's what we were thinking. You thought it hit the net and went out, and the up official said, I didn't see a touch. I didn't see any ball come to their hands. So.
And, of course, then the captain from Maroons.
And then the down official didn't see it because he was blocked by the pole because it was so far out. So she didn't see the touch. So when the ball hit, she saw net, goes to Quincy.
Now, I will say Coach is asking for, how about the Fonzie?
Yeah.
Which, when in doubt, you give it that. But I think
But the up officials clearly said she did not see a touch. So.
Right. And she's the main person out here. Well, that in the line judge, and you got anybody else? And
now she's calling a foot step over with the foot. Setter just stepped a little bit over.
And, Coach, this is where the mental part of the game plays.
Yeah, you have to forget about the official in these games. You know, officiating, there's a lot of judgment calls. And if you start letting those judgment calls get in your head, that's going to get you.
You know, that is, though, nice about this game. When they're not sure and they give the Fonzie.
The thumbs up, replay.
Yes, and
replay.
That's good. But in basketball, you don't see a guy going, I didn't have that, you didn't have that. Let's just give it back to him and start again.
Start to play again. Nope.
I tell you what, that's just one where you just, as an official, you're going to catch one into the other, so you might as well just take it.
Even in the NFL now they do that where they'll let the fumble go until they see the replay. But in basketball, you just get a challenge, and that's about it. But you don't ref makes the call. That's the call. And volleyball is very similar, but since the up official runs the court, and she did not see the touch, and the down official, she checked with the down official. He didn't see anything. So it's her view, and it's what she calls.
Knutson serving for the Devils, who are getting within one right now. Good serve now. Williams has to send it over to the Devils. Bunty gets it to Damon. Damon over to Marquardt. Marquardt off the block and a point.
Marquardt plays a little funny finesse game. Taps it really soft. It touches the block and goes out. What a great play by Marquardt just to get the ball to touch and go out.
See what the score is there, Coach? 16.
We came back from five or 6 points back.
Devils doing a good job. They do not want to quit here, and this is a good time of the season to All good times. But then
Leah just wristed at that one.
Yep, and it was one of those, too, where she's trying to serve and ended up going more to the left, you said, and it just didn't get over.
Yeah, she felt like it was back, I think, or something. So she tried. It got kind of twisted on her. But she's a good person to get in there because she's got a great serving percentage as well.
Sydney Silby serves for Maroons. Oh, and they'll let serve, but good job there by Gieselman.
And Gieselman's done that twice tonight where she's dove for a ball and kept it.
Latasha has to send a free one over. Moore gets it. To Damon. Moore. Set was just a little
Moore
off
just
there.
had to take a reach.
Latasha.
Oh, look at
great
Gieselman.
job. Right arm out as she went to the floor.
Oh, but Tasha's there. I got you. Boom, puts it right down. She, shoved it down.
From the right side front. So still serving on the other side is Sibley. You got Latasha in that front row along with Johnson and Williams. And then, of course, Perez also out there with Morrissey. Devils have it. Not set high enough. Bunty, though, got it over. Oh, and Marquardt
nice
with a
block there. And that's all Tasha could do. So Marquardt gives back what Tasha gave to her. A nice block down the line. Rolls right in front of the net, goes down.
Moore and Damon will check out for the Devils. Checking in, Jada Brown and Hamby, our basketball connection.
Yes, and this is Hamby. Hamby's got a great serving percentage. I think she leads the team.
And maybe up in Moline, wasn't there where she went off on a run, and then we had somebody else so follow, maybe Farlow follow up with the run.
And this is a good place for Hamby to be, and this is where Quincy can score a lot of points because Hamby's now in the back row. She'll be in the back row for 3 rotations, and you've got Bunty, Brown, and Marquardt in the front line ready to produce. So
18-18, folks.
And you have Gieselman and Knutson playing a great game right now.
Good job up there in the front. But you know what? On the left side, or right side, Morrissey saved one, number 3, but she put it over to number 3 for us, which is not good because Bunty slammed it right back.
And usually in this set we talk about Farlow, but she's been out ever since she did the hand thing, and Gieselman stepped up and played some great defense.
You know, she was holding it like it was a broken nail, but she was bleeding.
Yeah.
And a good serve by Hamby for the ace as it goes. Well, I guess that is still considered an ace, right? When the service,
one touch, it goes out of bounds. Yeah, you aced them. I'll tell you what, Quincy was down by 2. Now they're up by 2. Can they keep this rhythm? And I usually say if you can get to 20 before anybody else, you can relax, play side-out ball, and win the game. But Quincy's got to stay consistent.
Hamby serves. Receives on the other side for Moline. Latasha, big swing.
Yeah, Tasha's got it in there, and, a lot of times that ball will go up a little bit so the defense can get it, but it just fell right between the hands and dropped down right behind the block. So Tasha got a great swing on that.
Side out will send Moline back. Yep, number 4, Maya Johnson will be serving. Down 1, 19-20. I wasn't around in 1920, but Hamby, right side. Marquardt. Right through the hands.
And that was a great, ladies and gentlemen, you got to be here because the setter was pushing forward to the outside. So she had 2 hitters right in front of her, but she sets the weak side, the back side, the opposite side hitter, which means 1 blocker. So Marquardt had freedom of the court to hit that. That was a great offensive play by Blue Devils.
Lubeck's in, Avery to serve. Avery with the let's serve. Moline has it. Perez sets right side Latasha. Latasha, it's blocked up front, but straight down. Farlow's into the game now.
Yeah, Bunty had that ball. She pinned it on the net. It stayed up, but then it rolled to the left, and she couldn't just get the reach. She ran out of real estate to get the ball in the air. So
Skaggs checks in for Moline, going back to serve.
And this is where they had a streak
Williams,
here.
yes.
Yeah, the Williams. She's been on fire lately, so Quincy's got to be ready.
Williams serving to the Devils. And
out. But, she was picking on Lubeck earlier when she had that run, and that time Lubeck was able to read it, and she hit it out.
So now we've got Bunty serving. Lubeck's right in front, Hamby as well. In the front row, Luce, Brown, and Farlow for the Devils up 2, 22-20. Across to Latasha. Big hit, but out.
Tasha takes that big swing, and when she gets it way up, it just fell a little behind her. That causes that ball to go out, just a little behind her.
So Bunty's 23-20 Devils lead after being down in this one too. Down early in this one. The first set it was down late.
Confusion there. We had both
Skaggs
Maya
and
Johnson and Skaggs, they both had an opportunity to play a ball, but they had a little communication error. Gives Quincy a game point.
Here we are for the match. Bunty almost got the ace. Lubeck in the and Avery right away when she tipped it.
That was a height issue right there. She pushed it high enough that Lubeck didn't have enough height to get up there to jump and get it.
And then it floated right in front of her, and she's like, help me, somebody.
Yeah, I can't touch it.
Help me, Wanda, help me. All right, back
Moline
over to
needs
the
to
other
run a
side.
streak right here. Quincy's just got to play one offensive play here, side-out play, and that's their game. They're set.
Stack to serve for the Maroons. Lubeck receives. Hamby sets front. Farlow, good job. It was tipped on by the Maroons to the right side. The southpaw misses, and that was Womack, and the Devils take it in 2. And I'm telling you, down late in the first one and down late or early in the second one, but the Devils fight back to take a 2-0 here, and more importantly, 12-0.
Yeah.
And for sure, at least a tie in the conference.
And I don't, if it comes, well, that's true, because if they would lose the next 2, that would see what Geneseo does against
But
Moline.
Geneseo we beat twice, so head-to-head,
we
do
would
they
have
go
the win.
head-to-head, or do they go?
See, that's one
do they
thing
go participation these days?
I
where
don't
you're tied,
know.
we give it to you.
Well, I think if you're tied, you're tied in the conference. So they need to come out Thursday night with a big win in the next Western Big Six matchup, so that they can guarantee they've got the big. And that'd be nice. Senior night, right? Is a Western Big Six last
That's
Western
against
Big
East Moline.
Six.
And
So-
Coach Room has done a great job with her program.
Yes,
she's
has-
having a good year, and she'd love to come in here and knock us off for the final game of the year.
Yeah, what a sweet. And that could be an option because if Quincy wins Thursday night, they've kind of guaranteed themselves a Western Big Six title. So they could come out here and play kind of lazy, could kind of play soft and get beat if they don't pay attention.
But I think when you put that undefeated, what's happened in basketball last year with the boys, undefeated, but they went into Rocky at the Rock Garden, and Rocky was loaded. And by the way, Rocky got the kid from, oh, shoot, I forgot his name now, Archie. Family was down here. Well, anyway, they got him, and they also brought in a 6'7" guy from Riverdale. So they have reloaded in basketball. Sorry, folks, we had to take a quick moment there for a quick basketball there. And
Yeah, but that's the thing that happens, when every year you can have this team that comes out, but then as teams reload and get new girls in, or some girl starts developing better over the offseason, come out and they can take you. So you always got to keep your skills up and make sure you're playing the best you can play.
And I forgot to put that last point in there, and the 2-set win for the Devils. Well, hey, that will do it for the regular portion of our match. Stay tuned, though. We've got the post-match, which will have the Cunis comments, of course, by Coach, Faith, Family, and Giving Back. We'll also have our players and plays of the game brought to you by Pepsi. But the Devils do it in 2. First one, 26-24. Second one, 25-21. Improved to 26-5, 12-0 in the conference. Good stuff, Blue Devils. And, of course, you've been listening to Blue Devil basketball. I did go back to radio there. You have been listening to Blue Devil Volleyball right here on mechasportsco.com.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at Cunis Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
This match is brought to you by Mecha Sports Co. You can find us at mechasportsco.com, on YouTube at youtube.com/@mechasportsco, and on Facebook at facebook.com/mechasportsco. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any coverage of Blue Devil Volleyball. Get the play-by-play and color call from Wellman and Llewellyn exclusively on Mecca Sports Co.
It'd really be upsetting if it turned green on us.
Indeed it is, Aaron. Hey, that was Coach Llewellyn. I'm Jeff Wellman. As we just wrapped up Moline, 26-24, 25-21. Come back late in the first one, down 5 or 6. Same way in the second one, but early. And the Devils keep it perfect here at the Western Big Six with 12-0.
You betcha. Real exciting to see them both sets down by 6 or 5 points. Didn't seem like they were sweating too much. Coach called right timeouts and got them reorganized, and they came out and played a great match tonight and coming back and winning both of those sets. So, yeah.
Do you think,
Kudos
Coach, that
to
this
Quincy.
match was better played by both teams? Because up there, we did a quick 1-2, and Moline was making a lot of mistakes.
Yes.
They didn't make as many mistakes tonight and actually played much better volleyball.
Yes, Moline started out like they played the second set against us when they were up by 7. And their serving was much better, but I think at a second set, a little desperation on their part. But I also noticed, too, that Tasha from Moline, Green Hoffman, she wasn't necessarily a factor in that second set as much, only on the front row. So I'm wondering if there's a little slight injury there from her, and they're just trying to get her playing time to hit because she is a huge hitter for them. But it took her kind of out of the game because she usually plays all the way around rhythmically in a volleyball. If you're an all-around player, you like that because there's a rhythm to what you do. And taking her out, she hit some balls out, some into the net. Hoffman did too. She seemed to be, that timing, that connection seemed to be off a little bit on that second set for Moline. And for Quincy, they had that at times, but then they wouldn't.
That was just, it wasn't saying anything. For me, it was.
But it was just an opportunity. Quincy just was able to readjust. So
let's look at that then. We mentioned plays of the game and players. The Pepsi, sponsored by Pepsi. That was a key on Moline's side when Latasha looked like she might have been a little injured. Williams, though, did a heck of a job on her serving back there.
She did a fabulous job.
Yes, and that kept the Maroons in this one.
Matter of fact, gave them a 5-point lead.
And we finally got her out there. That was kind of nice because they went back and hit a spot when she came up and wasn't at. So that was kind of nice.
Yep. And she was hitting both lines, outside line, down the line, and then over at the other line. So she was being effective. But then she got up there again when it was close, tailed it out of bounds. And so Avery Lubick was looking for her to hit to her. So she was ready to play that ball. But
yeah, we'll wish Moline good success on Thursday because they play Geneseo.
Yes.
And, of course, if they can beat Geneseo, we don't have to worry about next. Well, we don't have to worry either way, which is kind of nice. The Devils just take care of business. I love always saying that. And, of course, I tried to sneak that music in one time in postseason for like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
We got lit up by oh, there he is. Coach is already here as we're going to talk about the plays a little later. But first of all, Coach Jeff Wellman, long time no see.
Man, it's been a minute for real.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Hey, by the way, we thought a really good job by the Devils. Got down by 5 or 6 in that first one.
5-11, if you want to be exact, in both sets.
Well, and it was late, especially in the first one. Devils came back for the 26-24. And on the second one, we got down early. And but the resilience of the Devils picked it back up with a 2-set win.
Yes, they did.
And congratulations, by the way, because this is an automatic tied for first no matter what. And we were asking, if two teams tie, do they go head-to-head or is it automatically a co?
It's a co.
Okay.
Which we don't want.
No.
No, we want the whole thing.
Well, you control it. So what'd you like about the match tonight?
Like you already said it, kind of like the resiliency of what we have lately. For some weird reason, the last 5 or 6 games, we have been down early by more than 6-8 points at times, and then we somehow find a way to come back, and I think they thrive under that. I don't know why. I hate it.
I'm seeing some gray hair there coming in, by the way.
Oh.
Thanks, girls.
Yeah. I don't know.
You took me serious. I got you in the hair.
I did. I was like, wait a second. What is going on with my hair? I I don't know. They do a really great job of being able to finish the game and come back and just focus on 1 point at a time when we need it. I just wish it wasn't in the circumstances that we are getting into when we need to do that. I wish they would just start from point one, focus on the one, then go to the next instead of just letting these teams go on these little mini runs. And we've talked about it multiple times in the locker room. It's just going out and doing it is what we're struggling with.
It'd be too easy. And so now I will have one other question before I send it over to Coach. Farlow came out, and at first it was like she broke a nail, but she actually was bleeding.
Yes.
Had an issue with a finger?
Her nail was actually ripping off. So I could tell by the way she either hit or tipped that ball. She was kind of doing a push, and I think it pulled it back. And I don't know how these girls play with these fake nails on all the time. I could never do that. They all have them, and then they fly off. I don't know.
By the way, that's good. As we talk and describe these things tonight, we had our equipment added an ad today, and it did the same thing in Moline, except this time instead of not being able to play the ads, everything worked great, except we were on radio tonight. We had no video, so we had to have everybody sit back, close your eyes, and
imagine.
Yes, and we enjoyed it. It was fun, but boy, there were some big hits when there was the double ooze. I think that was a bunny one, wasn't it?
Well, she hit that one straight down about 3 feet. Whew.
Oh, yeah. No, we definitely had some good moments for sure. Little spurts here and there, but we've got to have those become more consistent.
Yeah.
Staying consistent and composing who we are on our side and bettering the ball every time. And we've talked about it. Every time you get a touch, try and put it in a better placement for us so that we can do something more with it the next round, the next person that gets that touch. So they talk about it this last 6, 7, 8 games that they've said it. And I'm like, okay, what's going to happen to get us to actually, go to town? Just hit the road running. I was happy with the first set. We actually came out, it was 5-2, and we were actually ahead, and I was like, oh, this is weird. That doesn't happen in a while. But then they let Moline come right back in and score 6 or 8 points, and I was like, oh, okay, there we are. So, I don't know. It's a mindset thing right now.
Yeah, tell me about, earlier in the season, Kinley Gieselman was, on and off with your setting. Came in and played a phenomenal defensive job tonight.
Yeah, you missed us this weekend. We had Alyssa, her quad's been bugging her.
Yeah.
So, we were like, let's just try and throw Kennedy in. She came in as a DS freshman year. We kind of switched her to a setter. We needed it at that time. And so we kind of just said, let's see what happens. And she's been doing a phenomenal job picking up the corner shots for sure.
And then the 2 diving plays that kind of miss-hit ones or something.
Miss-hits and serve receive.
And she dove and saved 2 fabulous balls.
Oh, yeah.
That was just amazing.
And her energy on the court is just, it's something, it's so positive, it's uplifting, and the girls love it when she's out there, and we've wanted to find a way to have her contribute. That's why the serving sub came in. But, yeah, I think we're really liking what she's doing, so it's good stuff.
And, of course, we saw Jada come in and make a couple plays, and that's been key, too, because, again, tournaments are nice because you have 5 matches.
Yeah.
So you're going to see everybody. But, Jada went down, Edie came in, then Jada came back. And so it's kind of nice the way the flow is that when you have somebody going down, somebody's there to pick them up. We're just so deep, I think.
If you would have seen Jada Brown last night, oh, my.
Really?
Jada Brown was on fire.
That was disappointing because I had to spend the whole day in Springfield watching my grandson, but we weren't planning on covering it.
Yeah.
I wanted to get over, too. It went 3 sets, though.
It did go 3. We kind of smoked him in the first one, and then we got super comfortable. And I was like, whoa, what are we doing?
Well, that what kind of seemed like the very beginning of the first set when they started getting some points. Like they had settled. They're a little too lax. Passes weren't really necessarily there. Offensively, off timing a little bit. But after your time out, the first one, it seemed like they had a little more fight in them, a little bit better passing. And then the setters started taking some more control of getting balls where they needed to get them.
Yeah, we just talk a lot about playing with confidence.
Yeah.
And there's times, if you're not confident in the pass that you're about to make, it's probably not going to be a great pass. You got to believe in that mindset of I'm going to pass the crap out of this ball. It's going to be perfect. It's going to go right to my setter, and we're going to put the ball away. That's what I've been pushing the last 5 years that I've been here is this mental mentality of positive reinforcement for your own self.
And that goes with the setter too. If it's not there, I know I can put it somewhere to get a hit. See, so that confidence has to go throughout the team
for sure.
And so it was just so nice to see them gather it back, and that's what I was really thinking about tonight. It didn't seem like they were sweating too much when they were down. They stayed consistent and they stayed through the play.
Yeah, and in the locker room, Kennedy actually said I thought we did a really great job when we would come into the huddle and we would talk about a few things. It wasn't just hey, let's go to the next ball. They were actually talking about the adjustments that needed to be made, and they did it on their own, without a coach. And they're able to coach themselves in an aspect of a way this year that is that is super beneficial for us as a team as a whole when a coach can't be out on the floor or right next to him. You know what I mean?
Well, that seemed to help because at first set it looked so much predictable of what was going. So they were there to block.
And that's what I told him. I was like, we got to mix up options so that we're not just sitting ducks.
It just looked like basic volleyball.
Yep.
Set the middle, set the outside. But when Quincy High plays and turns it up a notch, you don't know.
Yeah. I wish we would play that notch all the time.
Yeah.
Well, we've got Alleman on the road Thursday. Good luck. We will not be up there, but we will be back for Notre Dame on Monday at the Pit, and Tuesday for senior night right here. And, of course, Coach will be wearing his hula stuff as people all day long go to hula bowls because that money will go towards
the Quincy volleyball program. Yep.
Right. Yes. So hula bowls, check that out. Make sure you go out there next Thursday. Is that right? No,
Tuesday. Next Tuesday from 3 to 8.
Get out there, people. They're delicious.
And I don't want to jump ahead, but we talk about the postseason briefly here.
Yeah.
Were you surprised with a 4th seed?
Yes.
I was too. Because
we were not very happy about it.
The best record coming into that, as we look at it right here, prior to, and Edwardsville or Belleville East, I'll accept somebody taking the 1, but we got to be 2 or 3 at least. We had the best record, first of all. O'Fallon, now they only had 1 loss in the conference, but they were 14-11, and I know exactly what they're thinking. Hey, we want Quincy to play a tough Belleville West and then have Edwardsville. We don't want them. And, Belleville East. And, again, when you're working a conference like that and you're not in their conference, things kind of seem to fall that way. And ask the soccer guys and everybody else before. It's always been that way. As I mentioned when I first put it on Frank Cash's Facebook page before I took it off was, hey, who cares? Let's just go down and kick some butt.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we got the seed, and, I kind of had a feeling it was going to go that way. I thought we might at least get 3rd. But having O'Fallon beat us in the regional championship last year, I have a feeling that probably put a play in there. Am I happy about it? No. But like you said, we just say Team X is on the other side. We're going to go out and do the dang thing. So we're
Coach
ready.
and I talk about that. That's the mental part of the game. Yep. And once you make that adjustment and get it behind you, time to take care of business.
Yeah. And, do I believe that anybody in this regional that we can take? I 100% believe that. And I think all these girls believe that as well. We just got to come out and be mindset ready and be ready to play ball.
And I made the comment, too, with only 3 losses at that point, you have number 1 Normal you're lost to, 3A's number 1 Mater Dei, and Hannibal, who I'll pit against anybody in that conference, young, but they're strong. And that was the 3 losses we had coming in that they voted on.
Yeah, and Normal, we just did not play well against Normal. Like, we definitely could have played a lot better. The girls knew it, and I think it was like Mater Dei. They wanted it so bad that we were hesitating. We were making weird mistakes, and I was like, just go play volleyball.
Trying to be perfect.
Yeah, You're not going to be a perfect volleyball player. There's no perfect volleyball player. Everyone makes mistakes. So
play the game.
I think if they just go out and relax a little bit, we'll be just fine.
Karen Kimmer looked pretty dang close to perfect in the moment. So, how you doing, Karen? Well, hey, Coach, thank you very much. Great there, and we'll wait to hear from you on after you do on Alleman, and we'll be ready for next week's matchups.
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
All right, and that's Kate Brown, the head coach of the Blue Devils. Her comments are, of course, brought to you by Kunis Auto Group, Faith, Family, and Giving Back. When we return, we'll be closing up. We'll get back to those Pepsi plays and players of the game when we do. And, of course, it's Blue Devil Volleyball right here on megasportsco.com.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at Kunis Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
And welcome back. Jeff Wellman along with Mike Llewellyn. Coach, we wrap up this thing, and we talked about some plays and players as we started to talk about it, and your coach talking about it, but let's emphasize them. Brought to you by Refreshment Services Pepsi, Pepsi Mountain Dew, and, of course, Fansville over here with Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Any of their great products as well. And those sales, I believe, go at least till the end of the month, and I believe they're on at Walmart. So, but stop anywhere and get them. And, of course, I got my Mountain Dew, and you had your Diet Mountain Dew.
Yeah, I had my Diet Mountain Dew. Yeah, I didn't get the Dr. Pepper tonight, but, hey.
What do you think about the plays and players of tonight?
I'll tell you, it was interesting tonight because not a lot of shine with like one person, but as a unit, again, we talk about that all the time when we watch Quincy. As a unit, they stepped up and played. But I got to give Gieselman credit for coming in and playing that defensive spot and making some great defensive moves. Knutson was on fire again, saving a bunch of balls. And the whole team, I guess, when the ball goes around, they seem to be aware playing the ball up. but I can't really hone it in other than the serving picked up at the end with points. We had Elena Bunty, who doesn't serve as much lately, but she has been making some nice serves. Knutson was on fire the first set. So players, again, stepped up when they had to. It really looked like it was a total effort from anybody. Soft touches by Marquardt. Gwen Zwick came in, had a couple bad shots at first, and then put one in the corner to get the ball back. So I think if I had to look at everybody, the setters tonight got them back in rhythm, got them back in motion, and then, of course, Bunty and Luce are going to get their kills. They're going to get big kills, and so they're going to get those. And then more on the outside. Great job getting some shots there and getting some blocks in. So, again, full team effort by Quincy, but I had to mention those setters.
Well, and when you needed the points in serving, Hamby was back there to get us on a roll.
Yeah, there's a certain rhythm about Quincy, and they have some very good lineup when it comes to serving. So it rotates a little bit, like Hamby comes in, and then after 2 or 3, then you got Knutson coming in serving, and then you got Damon, who's been on fire with serving. So you've got some key servers, and Farlow, when she's on, just tough serves. So the whole team has very aggressive serves. So there's not one weak server, even when they bring them off the bench to get in there. But, yeah.
Lots of highlights for Blue Devils Day, and, of course, that's brought to you by Refreshments. And Ron, Becky and Cola were in the house tonight. Of course, they've been out here watching, some family as well.
Yeah.
So, hey, we'll come back to wrap it up after you hear this word from Pepsi right here on mechasportsco.com.
Get a 6-pack of 24-ounce bottles right now at Walmart for only $5.67. Choose any Pepsi product. That's a 6-pack of 24-ounce bottles for only $5.67. Do the math. That's amazing savings.
This match is brought to you by Mecha Sports Co. You can find us at mechasportsco.com, on YouTube at youtube.com/@mechasportsco, and on Facebook at facebook.com/mechasportsco. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any coverage of Blue Devil volleyball. Get the play-by-play and color call from Wellman and Llewellyn exclusively on Mecha Sports Co.
And welcome back here. Jeff Wellman and Mike Llewellyn are here for the wrap-up here. And thank you, Courtney, there. Nice job on the ads, as she does so well and does with basketball. That's Coach Pettit's daughter out on the West Coast, the left coast, as we might say. Great night tonight by the Devils. Of course, they'll go up to Alleman on Thursday, and then back here Monday across the town for the pit, the crosstown rivalry, as it's called so many times. And then Tuesday to wrap up the conference with UT here, and a very aggressive UT team that you got to put away, but that will hopefully be for an undefeated Western Big Six.
That's what we're going for.
Hey, one more thought on Club 4 volleyball while we're got them. That's, of course, our starting lineup sponsors.
Our senior level, U15 to U18's been done. They tried out in July, and now we got tryouts coming at the first week of the Halloween weekend there. So if you're interested, check out Club 4. That's CLUBFOURVB.com. Check that out if you're interested in coming to some of the when I say U9, U14, that's pretty much 3rd grade through 8th grade. So if you have an interest in coming out, we can tell you what what level you'd be playing at. But you can come on out and get some work in the open gyms, and then come to the tryout and see if you would like to compete and play during off season and during club season. So that'd be great.
Awesome, Coach. And tell them when you get out there, the 4 C's: character, commitment, confidence, and compete. And it only took me half the season to figure that one out.
I still don't know them sometimes in my head.
Coach, it's been a blast. Last thought on tonight's match.
I'm just impressed. I know Coach doesn't like to see them down, but there's no give up for the Blue Devils right now. Even though get the 5 losses, like they've lost to some great teams, so it's not like they don't fight through those games. So just continue to fight. They don't shake when they get 6 to 5 points down or when they get down by points, and they come out and they keep working at it until they get a win.
Good deal. And, Coach, if we stay here any longer, we either clean up or substitute teach tomorrow.
Yes.
Either's fine with me, but I think we'll go ahead and wrap this one up and head on.
All right. That'd be great.
For Coach Llewellyn, the Blue Devils with a double victory. I had to think what it was there since I put my score away. 26-24 in the first one with a comeback. Finish it up 25-21. Devils now 26-5. More importantly, 12-0 in the conference. 2 more conference games to go. And, of course, join us right here on Mecca Sports next Monday and Tuesday. It'll be the QND Raiders. And then on Tuesday back here for senior night.
Yes.
And Hula Bowls during the day. Right here, of course, on Mecca Sports.
3 to 8. 3 to 8 at Hula Bowls if you want to help support Quincy Volleyball.
You got it. And, of course, Coach will be wearing his hula shirt probably.
Betcha.
And be looking good there doing a little hula. He might even do a hula dance for you.
Maybe do the hula dance, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Coach.
Yep.
And for Coach Llewellyn, Jeff Wellman, as we wrap this one up, good job, Blue Devils. And it's been Quincy High Blue Devil Volleyball right here on MeccaSportsCo.com.
Get a 6-pack of 24-ounce bottles right now at Walmart for only $5.67. Choose any Pepsi product. That's a 6-pack of 24-ounce bottles for only $5.67. Do the math. That's amazing savings.
This match is brought to you by Mecca Sports Co. You can find us at MeccaSportsCo.com, on YouTube at youtube.com/@MeccaSportsCo, and on Facebook at facebook.com/MeccaSportsCo. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any coverage of Blue Devil Volleyball. Get the play-by-play and color call from Wellman and Llewellyn exclusively on Mecca Sports Co.